so excited you're here because you're not going to want to miss the Dollar Tree spring DIYs that I put together for you. If that's something you're interested in, then just keep watching. I don't know about y'all, but I am so excited to be here, and I am so grateful for all of you that clicked on this video. Thank you for being patient with me. I know it's been a little bit, but my life is insanity right now, so I'm just doing the best I can. So for the first DIY, we're going to start off with this little house from Dollar Tree, and I start off by taking the hanger off the top. And all I did was take a pair of tweezers and I just pulled it from the inside and then pulled it out. Next, I heated up the sticker on the bottom and I pulled that sticker off. Now, we're going to be gluing this down to something, so in the end, it didn't really matter if the sticker was on or not. So you can decide whether you would like to remove yours. So once I had that sticker removed, and the easiest way to remove stickers is to heat it up with a blow dryer or a heat tool, and then it should just come off super easily. Next, I'm going to take my white Waverly chalk paint and give the entire birdhouse a distress coat. When you get to the front of the birdhouse, you're going to want to be really careful, because if you have too much paint on your brush, then the paint will kind of like pull up in that little design and you will have like little paint spots inside of the design. So if that doesn't bother you, then go ahead and load up your paintbrush. But for me personally, I do not like that look, so I made sure that all of the paint was evenly coated on the front. Now, as you can see here, I was actually on live doing this DIY. So if you guys do not have your notifications on, or if you don't get notifications, just unsubscribe, resubscribe, and then tap the bell and all, and it should notify you. Not to say that it 100% will, but you can also text my number, the words, I should say, text crew, and you will get alerts for other things. However, I do always send out alerts for my videos. That way, if people do not get their notifications, then they get the notification through text. So I will leave that up on the screen for y'all. But I just take my chip brush from Amazon, always linked down in the description box, as well as in the pinned comment. All of the links that you guys need, all of the information that you need. Always check the pinned comment and the description box, because generally I put everything you guys need there. So my chip brush and my Dixie Belle Voodoo stain, y'all know I love that stain, and I just dry brush all the way around my birdhouse, and then I take these little mini pots from Dollar Tree and I stain them with that same Dixie Belle Voodoo stain. Now, if you guys are new here, hey, hi, how you doing? My name's Melissa, and I am so impatient. So to dry these and speed up the drying time, I just hold them in my hand and dry them with my blow dryer. Once they were completely dry, then I take another chip brush and my white Waverly chalk paint, and I dry brush all of the mini pots. Next, I'm going to start off with the smaller one, and I fill up that entire inside with some hot glue. And then I take these florals from Dollar Tree, I cut them off of the pick, and then I arrange them inside of my pot to my liking. If you do not like the florals that I chose, you are more than welcome to choose your own florals, but I personally just loved the way that this looked. And while the hot glue was drying, I made sure to hold my flowers in place. For the next pot, originally I was just going to do them all this pink color, but I ultimately decided to mix the colors. So I used this pink, the white, and the yellow, and I just cut off some of the picks and then once again filled up the pot and arranged them inside. Now I could have made them like one color to the front, one color to the back, or whatever, but I chose to like mix the colors all together. I thought that that looked much better, but once again, this is totally personal preference. If you don't like whatever I'm doing, you can totally switch it up to your liking. That is the beauty about DIY. I am just here for inspiration. Just because I do something one way doesn't mean that you have to do that. You can make it yours, make it suit your decor, change up the colors. It's totally up to you. Now, y'all know that I love anything miniature, and I cannot get enough of these little mini pots of flowers. Let me know down in the comments, do you guys like the florals that I chose, or would you have chose something different? So for the last and final pot, I go ahead and also mix the yellow and the white. I fill up the inside with hot glue once again, and then I just arrange those in there. And once again, don't forget to hold these in place while the glue is drying, because while I was doing this, I found that the flowers like to pop out of the pot, and you don't want them drying with them popping out. So once again, I just arrange them, hold them in place, and look how stinking cute. Oh my goodness. Again, I just cannot get enough of those. So I forgot to hit the record button, but I took this wood plaque from Dollar Tree and gave it a distress coat of my white Waverly chalk paint. Yeah, y'all, my chalk pen. Oh my goodness, it has been a day, you guys. But anyway, I take my mini chip brush, or I guess it's not really mini, but to me it's mini because I have really big chip brushes. But I take my chip brush and some of that Dixie Belle Voodoo stain, and y'all know me, I love to dry brush. I love that rustic look. If you don't like it, just leave it out. But I dry brush all the way around the edges and then on the inside. And I always start with a really light hand and then layer as I go, because you can always add more, but you'd have to paint over it again to get rid of that. So I just work in layers. I also like turn my brush sideways. I make a little swirls just to make it look more realistic. Next, I take a light strand from Amazon. Y'all know that I love these lights. Always linked down in my Amazon shop in the pinned comment as well as the description box. And I just unravel the lights while they're on so I can make sure they work and I can see what I'm working with. I drill a hole in the back of the birdhouse, and then I feed those lights through and glue the battery pack on the back of the birdhouse. Next, I leave the lights on just so I can kind of see, again, what I'm working with. I like to see the look as, like, if that makes sense. I like to see how it's going to look as I'm working. So I left the lights on. If you would like, you could turn them off. Totally up to you. But I take this moss from Dollar Tree and I just randomly put some hot glue on the roof and then randomly arrange that moss on the top, as well as you're going to see here in a minute that I do put some moss all the way around the birdhouse as well. And my favorite hot glue to use is the Gorilla Glue hot glue. It just adheres so well, and it just works much better than regular hot glue. So you can use whatever you have, that's totally fine. But I just wanted to mention, I get questions on which type of hot glue that I use, and in my years of experience, the Gorilla hot glue is by far the best. So once I had all of the moss glued down, and I also did run the moss in the back of the birdhouse as well, because I just didn't want it to kind of look funny if anybody could see the back. But it probably wasn't necessary to put that there, but I just personally like the back to look finished as well as the front. Once I was done with the moss, then I went ahead and I glued my little pots down to my liking. Once again, if you don't like the placement of where I put mine, you can totally switch this up. Once I had the little mini flower pots glued down, and I think I also might make more of these for like tiered trays and stuff. They're just so stinking cute. I can't get enough of them. But once I was done with that, then I took these little wood shapes from Dollar Tree. Y'all know how I feel. Dollar Tree is really stepping up their game and paying attention, and I really appreciate that because we're finding more items that we know and love. So anyway, I thought these were super cute. It had all different types of spring little wood shapes in there. So I took the wheelbarrow and the watering can. I couldn't think of what it was called. I took the watering can and the wheelbarrow and I glued those to the front. And then I also took these cute little bunnies that I'm also super impressed with. I glued them together, one a little bit taller than the other, and I glue that down behind the left-hand side flower pot. Once again, you guys can switch the placement up if you like, but I absolutely love the way that this turned out. My daughters are already trying to claim it. You guys know my kids love my projects, which I am, again, really grateful for. They make me feel so good, like I'm so special. But I just love this project so much. I can't get enough of it. Let me know down in the comments what y'all think. Would you have switched this up, or do you love it just the way it is? Are you enjoying this video? I would love for you to become part of my crafty family by clicking that red subscribe button. Don't forget to share this out. It really helps my channel to grow. Let's jump back in. For DIY number 2, now I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Dollar Tree stacking flower pots. Last year they had the bigger ones, but this year they came out with a 3-pack of the tiny ones. I was so excited to find these. So I start off by removing the stickers, and then I paint all 3 of them with my white Waverly chalk paint. And I found the easiest way to paint these after I did it the first time. Then I kind of got my rhythm down, but I held the inside where it kind of swerves, and then I painted all the way around. And because this is like a textured plastic, it really took well to the chalk paint, or I should say the chalk paint took well to the pot. And so I gave it one good coat, let them dry really well, and then I went ahead and went in with a second coat. Now you can totally spray paint these, but I just prefer chalk paint. And you can also do the inside as well, but I didn't feel that it was necessary because you're not going to be able to see that. Next, I take my large chip brush that I get from Home Depot. I get them in a pack of 10, and they are like really good priced. So if I can find some on Amazon, I will link those for y'all. But I just take that Dixie Belle Voodoo stain and my big chip brush, and I dry brush around all of these pots. Once again, if you do not like dry brushing, totally leave this step out. I always have to repeat myself because people like to skip through, which is totally fine. Even though it really does hurt my channel and hurt my videos when people skip through. Plus, you don't get all the information you need. I cannot tell you guys how many questions that I get from people that I answer inside the video, and because they skip through, they don't get the information that they need. So I would advise you just to watch the videos start to finish, because if you have questions, if you need any information, I can promise you that 9 out of 10 questions that you may have, I usually answer that within the video. And then if there's a question that I don't answer, then obviously totally ask away. But it is a little bit frustrating when people skip through and then like they don't want to watch, but they just want me to answer questions, and it's just a little frustrating because I spend a lot of time creating these videos away from my family, and I spend a lot of time answering the questions within the videos so that I don't have to spend time answering comments of the questions. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that real quick. So once that was completely dry, then I went ahead and glued all the pots together. Underneath, you're going to see where they sit together, and then you can just put a bead of hot glue in that little divot and then put them on top of each other, and look how cute it is once it's all glued together already. Next, I'm going to take those same florals from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to arrange them all the way around these little stacking pots. Now, this was super duper late at night. I think this was probably 2 in the morning, you guys. There's literally no way I'd be able to do what I do without my ketones. Not only did it help me lose 80 pounds, but exogenous ketones burn your fat for fuel, giving you better focus, better mood, better energy, better sleep, better digestion, better fat loss. There's literally so many benefits, and it's pretty much the keto diet in a drink. So with the keto diet, if you eat one morsel of food that you're not supposed to, it kicks your body out of ketosis, messing up all of your progress. With this product, you literally have food freedom, which is why I'm so passionate about it. And not only that, but I created a business out of it. I earn money from it. So I earn money looking and feeling good. Plus, I have learned so much about social media, building multiple streams of income, being confident and being myself. And, you know, whoever doesn't like it, doesn't like it. I used to care so much about what people thought about me. And I just was not even myself, because I was the version of me that I thought people would like. And I've just learned from my business that it's best to be yourself. People love you so much better. And that's just one of the zillion things that I've learned from my business. So rather you want to lose weight or feel healthy again, have more energy, or you want to build a business online and you want to learn how to monetize your social media, then definitely text my number, the word biz or ketones, and I got y'all. I would love for you to join the business with me. So once I had all of my little flowers arranged, then I took those little galvanized picks from Dollar Tree and I arranged them at the top. Now in the end, I ended up taking the water can off of the pick and setting that right next to it, and then I put the birdhouse right in the middle at the top. Now I knew I wanted to create a little sign, so I took this sign that I had left over from my Chalk Couture tiered tray kit, which I have a farmhouse Chalk Couture kit coming for y'all. If y'all want to see that video, let me know down in the comments. I'm so excited about it. I'm also going to bring you guys an unboxing video. It's just like 7 minutes, I think, but I bought a bunch of the new spring collection, so I would love to share that with y'all. If y'all want to see that, let me know as well. But I take this little sign from the tier tray kit and I paint the back white. And then I also dry it with my blow dryer, because y'all know I'm so impatient. And then I take this rub-on transfer from Dollar Tree and I cut out the farm fresh flowers. Next, I'm going to take the rub-on transfer off of the backing sheet, and you want to be really careful. I made this mistake. Be really careful not to touch that black lettering because it will transfer onto your finger. But I just had to cut it down a little bit shorter because it didn't fit right. And then I realized, oh crap, I messed up. But no big deal. I did not want to scrap this. And it's funny how intuition works because I ended up going to Dollar Tree this same night. And I picked up this Farm Fresh flower transfer, even though I had one out in my she shed. If you guys did not know, I have a gorgeous craft she shed that my husband completely finished the entire inside for me, which I am in my kitchen right now because I just had a baby 4 months ago and breastfeeding has been a journey. So I kind of moved my crafting inside for now. But this next week, if you guys want to see a video on me moving back to the shed, plus I have more storage options, let me know down in the comments. I will be bringing you that video really, really soon. But once I had that rub-on transferred on, all you have to do is just kind of scratch it with something to basically create friction, and then it stays on whatever surface you want. And once I pulled that up, you want to make sure that you pull up that plastic really slow to make sure that your words or your letters are transferred on. And then I just went over the parts that came off on my finger with a black Sharpie. I distressed it with my chip brush and my Voodoo stain. I almost said Waverly wax, but I used my Waverly stain, and then that was it. I just laid that little sign in front, and look how gorgeous. Oh my god, you guys, this was sitting in my kitchen and I could not stop looking at it. Every time I came out in the kitchen and it caught my eye, I just absolutely loved it. It's so different and I am just so proud of this project. So I cannot wait to hear what y'all think in the comments. Would you have switched up the florals, or do you love it just the way it is? I'm always so curious to hear what other people's opinions are. For DIY number 3, we're going to take this galvanized metal egg as well as this faux wooden egg, and I start off by taking the tag off the galvanized egg. Then I'm going to glue the galvanized egg to the wooden egg, and I make sure to put my hot glue on the faux wooden egg because if you put it on the galvanized piece, the glue just dries really quickly and then you don't have any time to adjust it the way you like it. Next, I'm going to take these little bunny gnomes from Dollar Tree. Now, normally, you guys, I'm not a big fan of gnomes, okay? I know a lot of people love them. I know that that is an unpopular opinion, but I don't know. There's just something about gnomes that I'm just not really too fond of. However, when I saw these little Easter gnomes, I was so in love with them. So I made sure to pick up a couple packs, and I just take the little gnomes out of the package. So I'm going to use 3 gnomes and 3 of those bunnies, alternating between the bunnies and the gnome bunnies. Now, if you guys have been around for any amount of time, then you know my OCD is like off the charts. So I realized that this was not going to be even, and it was bugging me so bad, you guys, that I tried to pull the pieces off so I could make it a little bit more even, but they were stuck down really good to this metal piece. So I just went ahead and glued the last one down, and it just is what it is. If I did this over again, I would have laid them all out and then glued them down, but I thought that I was good to go. So I would just suggest to lay them out first. Once I had all of those glued down with some hot glue, then originally, see, this is how my projects work, you guys. I had no idea what I was doing. I just started to put this together, and that's literally what I do most of the time. I don't even know what I'm doing, what it's going to turn out like. I just kind of go. So originally I was just going to put like one little line of this moss underneath the bunnies, but then I realized that it would be super cute to fill that entire bottom piece of the galvanized egg with the moss. But if you just like it in one little line, you can totally do that, but I like it the way that I put it. So once I was done with that, then I went ahead and made a raffia bow. And I was going to be done there, but here in a second, you're going to see me use one of my new Chalk Couture transfers. And the easiest way to make a raffia bow, raffia is super tricky to work with. So once I was done filling all the little holes in, like when I held this sign up, I could see the galvanized metal through the moss, and I did not like that. So I just kind of covered up those little empty spots as best as possible. But the easiest way to make a raffia bow is to get the thickest pieces that you can find in the bunch, and then you're going to twirl it with your finger. And I'm going to show you guys my famous bow trick here in a minute. I've been doing this finger bow trick forever, and I actually created an entire video because I know that bows are tricky for a lot of people. So I made you guys 11 easy bows in one video. It was actually my first video in my new she shed. I don't know what made me just think of that, but I will link that in the cards in the right hand corner for you guys. It is a slowed down step by step on how to do 11 different bows. So I hope that helps y'all. So anyway, y'all, ADHD unmedicated is not my friend. I know I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. To know me is to love me. So my real OGs who've been around, you guys know how I am. I'm sorry I'm all over the place, but it just is what it is. I am who I am. Hate me or love me. I can't change who I am. So anyway, the easiest way to do raffia bows is to get the thickest pieces that you can find and make it as fluffy as you want. Then you're going to twist the raffia, and I put it over my finger, and then I create my bow with my fingers. It's actually really hard to explain, but again, I will link that video for you where I do take you step by step and get you really close so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Or if you don't want to click out of this video, you can totally hit the 3 dots in the right hand corner, and you can slow this video down or speed it up. You can change the speed of the video. It's totally up to you, but I've had a lot of people slow it down so that they can watch it over and over again and get the hang of it, because once you're able to do the finger bow, you guys will always be able to make perfect bows. So I just hot glue that to the top, and then originally I was going to be done, but my new shipment came of my new Easter transfers. I was so excited because they actually switched up the transfers. They improved them. They are so much better than the old ones. Now, the old ones are totally fine. So if you have those, like, don't worry about it. They work, and they work beautifully. But these are just new and improved. Not only can you see through it, so you can easily line it up, but I tested it with some really thick paste. It took the thick paste like you would not believe. It does not use as much paste like with the old transfers. Some of the paste was left behind, but with this, it comes really clean. They wash really, really well, and I can just tell that they're much, much better. So if you guys want to check out the spring collection, I will leave all of the items that I used in the pinned comment, as well as my website, so you can go check it out. But I just transferred on the Spring Has Sprung from the spring minis, and then I glued my bow back down. And Dollar Tree had those cute little mini carrots. Now you could add those. I personally didn't like it, but you could totally put flowers in your grass. You could do so many different things. So with that being said, if nobody has told you today, you are absolutely stunning. You are worthy. You are gorgeous. You literally can do anything you set your mind to. Trust me, I am an addict in recovery, almost 9 years sober. So if I can do it, I know that you can do it as well. Let me know down in the comments which project was your favorite. Thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. Again, if you guys want any ketone, biz, or even Chalk Couture info, how to save 40% on the entire site, text my number on the screen. I love y'all. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Check out the videos that are popping up here to your left while you're waiting on my next upload, or join the DIY fam here to your right.